What's up, everybody? Another week in the books. We just got, was that week 5? Week 5 is in the books. Moving on to week 6. We are the Well-Mannered Cartel. I'm Tom. That's Mike. That's Marlon. And that's Chris. Let's get right into this past week's results. The first matchup we're looking at was the Flint Tropics put up 223 against the Chimps, 161. So Tropics picking up a little steam here, man.
What's that all about?
And
Derrick Henry.
Robert
Dak
Woods
Prescott
went off. Yeah, Dak went off. Ezekiel Elliott went off. Performers across his roster, man. Flint is in my division. My division's turning out to be somewhat competitive. Marlon, you got people chasing after you, bro.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what I'm hearing. But
that's funny because it's 2 losses straight for the Chimps, who started out 3-0, top of the division. Outside the division, he's 0-2. Patrick Mahomes only had almost 20 points. Melvin Gordon has been the bane of his existence, only 6.3 points. DeAndre Hopkins, 20.7. Scary Terry had a very subpar game by his standards, 8.6. Mark Andrews, though, 51.7 from the tight end position, but that was a crazy overtime game. And DeAndre Swift, 22.4. So, 161 isn't a bad score for the Chimps, but Flint Tropics, man, like we said, he's looking a little scary now.
Yeah.
Flint Tropics.
Yeah, man, Robert Woods had a great game for him, 37 points out of I know Robert Woods has been kind of the forgotten man in LA because Cooper Kupp has been out playing him, but man, I think that really did it for him. 37 points. Wow.
He went 12 of 14 for 150, dude.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
So Flint Tropics,
good for him. Good on him.
3-2. The Chimps are now 3-2 as well. The next matchup that we're going into is the Muff Vipers, 227, major score as well. Vino Poppies, who seems to be putting up great points every single week in and week out. He puts up 176 and falls short yet again.
Yeah.
And he still only has 1 win on this season, which is crazy because he's putting up big numbers, like we said.
Yeah. Dude, he got 70 points from Tom Brady and fucking lost this week, dude. Like, it's fucking insane.
Justin Herbert matched it nearly, put up 67 points.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. Muff Vipers put up 226.5 or 227, and Saquon had 0.9 points for him.
Yeah.
So that's a wild stat.
And Herbert was just 2 yards short of the next bonus. Right?
Holy shit.
No.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 500?
Oh, for passing, it's 500.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
So fuck.
It's 5.
Pinche loser.
Yeah. And so he was 102 yards short of that.
Yeah, he was 102.
Next bonus.
I don't know if we've ever had a QB hit that second bonus, right?
I don't know, man. Maybe a couple of years ago when
500 yards
when them Lions got that 300 nearly 300 point score, maybe then.
Yeah, who knows, man.
Sweet. And Vino, dude, had 70 points from Tom Brady. Justin Herbert had 66.8. You're looking at Vino's scores, man. James Robinson, 33. Deebo Samuel, 16.
Schultz with 14.
I guess everybody else was okay. Brady was the big one there, right? And then you look at Muff Vipers, Evans with 40, Tyler Lockett with 14. Jamar Chase, man.
Yeah, he
Chase, dude.
Had a shaky start to the season, but it's turning out that might have been a really good
preseason, man.
It was preseason.
Week one, he killed it.
Oh, did he? I thought he still had kind of a weak game.
It was preseason. No. He was just dropping the ball, dude. He couldn't catch the fucking ball.
Week 1, he scored 34 points, Mike.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I guess you could say for Vino that Diggs and Waller kind of let him down.
Yeah, especially considering the game.
More than 9 points.
Especially considering the game that the Bills had, you would think Diggs would have been a beneficiary of that high scoring game, but he only got 9 points, dude.
like speaking of Chase, like he doubled their score. You know what I mean? Like that's a testament to how good Chase is, like you're saying, Tom, but also how underperforming or how Waller and how Diggs underperformed. So it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat that. I mean, he almost did with Brady putting up 70, but like you said, with Herbert getting 67, it's a wash at that point.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Damn.
You put up 176 points and you're happy with that, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take 176 points.
Yeah. If you put up 175 points, you don't expect to lose, much less lose by like another 50 points on top of that.
Right.
Yeah, but like you said, Vino's been having some rough luck, some of the worst luck in the league.
Yeah.
But Muff Vipers is now 4-1. Vino Poppy is 1-4. Sad story for him, but we must move on. The next match, Dem Lions 164. The Bangkok Lady Boys 250 fucking points, dude. What happened? What's going on here? What's?
Yeah, it was definitely like a really high scoring week for like
across the board,
you
really.
guys. Pretty much every game was like high scoring.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown put up nearly 47 points for the Lady Boys. I mean, I think everybody on that Ravens offense really, really performed.
Yeah.
Even Jonathan Taylor, man. Jonathan Taylor had 45 points.
Antonio Brown 44. Pitts, man, finally has a hell of a
Came
year.
alive.
37 points. So dude, he had monster games from 5 players. Dem Lions 164.
Right.
It's not bad, but he had 52 points from Mike Williams.
Bro, Mike Williams. Wow. What a fucking score. And Jesus. 52 points and he was pretty much he carried his team. But
he's only had one stinker of a game. He scored 2 points the rest, dude. 22, 22, 44, and 52.
Yeah.
Mike Williams and Herbert, man, they're doing some things.
Yeah, dude, both LA teams, man, are really high scoring offenses. Like, I mean, if you have any of their rosters on your team, like you're in pretty good shape.
Definitely.
For sure.
Dem Lions falls to 3-2. The Bangkok Lady Boys, who we were not very high on, is now 2-3.
Dude, I remember when I hadn't won the game, I think I started 0-3. I was like, when do I play Lady Boys? And I circled them on the calendar. I was like, that's the day I'll get a win. I'm not so sure anymore.
Yeah. I hope you use pencil. I hope you use pencil.
Yeah.
I think the Hounds play them this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh.
But yeah. The next matchup we're looking at is the Fart Hounds 199, the Bad Hombres 126. Chris,
Cartel rivalry here.
Yeah, Chris was on his honeymoon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that had nothing to do with it. That just made it eased the pain a little bit. All the pain killers I had on the beach made the pain go away just a tad. But yeah, man, I'm like the only team that didn't go off this week. Everybody else had like 160 points plus. My team only scored 125. I mean, yeah, man, I don't know what to say. My guys just underperformed across the board. This is kind of like the first game where they don't, at least have decent games. I did have a couple of players banged up, like Logan Thomas, so I had to replace him with Jonnu, who didn't really do much. Calvin Ridley didn't play, which was a bummer because he had a tasty matchup against the Jets, and for some reason he didn't make the squad. I think he had a personal issue. I still don't know what it was. But I had to replace him with Marvin Jones, and I didn't think Marvin Jones was gonna do great, but I expected more than 3 points from him, and DJ Moore kind of had an okay game with 14 points, but really, man, I mean, you scoring 198 points makes me feel a lot better about it, because I don't know if I could have touched 198 even if I had all my starters and all that, because Lamar Jackson going for 71, that's like, I mean. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a crazy. I mean, how many quarterbacks fucking scored 70 points this week? You know what I mean? There's like 3 quarterbacks that scored 70 points.
What's crazy is you were in position to win either way, Tom. But Lamar Jackson and the Ravens were just doing okay for most of the game, and then just the second half of that game, they really.
I thought I was gonna squeak by with like a 6-point win or something.
Yeah.
Chris and I played FIFA that night. I stopped watching the game at halftime. We started playing FIFA, and I was up by like 5 points. Lamar was having a very mediocre game, and then like after a couple of games of FIFA, I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Lamar has 50." And then they went into overtime, and then nearly 72 points. So Lamar, I mean, padded my stats definitely. I had to start James Conner because Mixon was kind of on a snap count, and he got me 10.7.
Yeah.
Jefferson and Metcalf, man, both showed out. Russell Wilson's hurt, but Geno Smith looked like he wanted to target Metcalf, so I hope that continues.
Yeah.
As Russell's out, he'd be a smart man if he did. You know what I mean? Kelsey, 17.7, and then the rest of my roster was Mason Crosby hit some big field goals and he missed a bunch, but he hit some 50-yarder or some 40+ yarders, so he got me 16 points.
Yeah, I'm still curious to see what happens with Allen Robinson with the quarterback change. Like he only had an okay week.
Honestly, dude, I mean, it's tough to start him.
Yeah, he might have to go on the bench for a week or two. If things don't change. But
I mean, I thought about that this past week, man, and it's just. I mean, I don't know what to do with Allen Robinson, man. Maybe bench him until something changes.
Yeah.
But who are you going to start? Who are you going to start in his place?
I was thinking, you know what? I was thinking maybe I have, I'm sorry, what's his name? Jamison Crowder's decent, so I can keep him there. And then I have Javonte Williams, the running back from Denver, who's been actually looking really, really good. He hasn't really had, like massive. He's on my taxi squad right now, but the projection is he's going to overtake Melvin Gordon right now because he looks much better. Like if you watch any Broncos games, he looks much better. And so if he can break out,
that's what I was doing.
If he can break out, then I think I'm going to be okay there. So we'll see. But
will this be the first taxi squad activation of the season?
I think so.
No. I think Devontae Smith was on the Dem Lions and he needed somebody was injured and he played Devontae Smith against me and he scored him like 20 points or something and he won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fart Hounds, I got my first win of the season. Now 1-4. Bad Hombres also 1-4. Two of the worst teams in the league.
In the league, indeed.
Next matchup we're looking at is over easy 167 falls to Gridiron Throne 192. Mike.
Oh, hey, I'm glad I got a win. Before the Chiefs Bills game, I was feeling a little nervous, feeling a little upset because I left 70 points on my bench. And I had Josh Allen going into that game. She had Tyreek Hill, and she also had Michael Pittman on Monday. So I could have easily been on the wrong side of Tyreek Hill game, but it worked out that Josh Hill had the big game and Tyreek Hill didn't. Michael Pittman still had a really good game on Monday himself, so that helped. That helped with her points for the week, but I got the win, so I feel pretty good about that.
For sure, man. I think that's over easy's second loss of the year. Russell Wilson went out, and it was kind of rough for her there, right? You expect Russell to score more than 10 points. That's where he ended up whenever he hurt. So maybe it would have been a different outcome if he was, still in the game. Nick Chubb put up great points for her as well, 37 points. Tyreek Hill, again, only had 14.8, and Pittman, 23.9. But it's funny, man. I was talking to Chris about it, like when we were playing FIFA that night, and to stop the Chiefs right now, all you have to do is run cover 2, man, which is a defense you learn when you play junior high football. Like it's a basic defense that you can run.
Yeah.
And that's what's giving the Chiefs problems right now. So it's interesting. It's funny.
Yeah. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with my flex positions right now because I have like talent, but everybody I put on the bench tends to outscore like who I put in. I'm constantly playing the wrong flex position.
Your bench outscored my starters this week, dude. you have like 150 points on your bench.
Yeah, dude. Like Cortland Sutton, I had him on the bench week 2. He put up 35 points, and then I finally put him back in the roster week 3 and 4. He scored like 8 and 7. So I take him out again, and he goes off for like another 32 points. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here.
Fighting you,
man. That's the way it goes. I think like if you're looking at your roster beforehand, like I think, like I said, you had texted us, like you made the right decisions, man. Like with your picks, like hindsight's 2020. You know, like you said, you left 70 points on the bench, but like you didn't know. Yeah, there's no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
man, if Russell stays, yeah, I mean, if Russell doesn't get banged up and she gets a bit of a better game from Tyreek Hill, it's a close matchup. You know what I mean?
That was exactly
more of an nail biter.
That's exactly what I was like fearing, was that Tyreek Hill would have a 60-point game and Josh Allen would only have like a 24-point game or whatever. But it just things worked out well for me this week.
Yeah. So Over Easy falls to 3-2. The Gridiron Throne gets the second victory of the year, 2-3. The last matchup, Gulon Santo finally falls 165 to the Golden Dragons 198. Marlon.
Yeah. So how did that L taste, Marlon?
I didn't really feel that bad about it because it was more. It wasn't anything. I would have been more upset if it was something that I did wrong. It was just my guys had an unlucky day. Like Kyler Murray only put up almost 15, almost 16 points in a game against San Francisco when I fully expected him to score.
Yeah, with those divisional rivalries though, you never know how they're gonna go. Sometimes they're like completely high scoring, and sometimes it's just like a dogfight.
Yeah, and it was just, it was unfortunate, but there's literally nothing I could have done to beat him. Even if I put in Deontay Harris instead of Amari Cooper, that he only scored 2 points more than Amari. And what hurt me was that Kittle was out, and he was out kind of semi last minute. I think it was like Friday or Saturday that they announced that he was in IR. So he was going to be out for the game. And so I put in Zach Ertz, and the fucker got me not even 2 points. I had 2 points, dude. 1 reception. That's it.
I think the story here is Kyler only scoring you like almost 16 points, because you still scored 165 points, which is pretty solid. And if Kyler would have had a better game, you would have been in it. But it's interesting because I'm looking at Golden Dragons, and Kenny Galladay egged him.
Yeah, for sure.
He goes 0 points, and he still put up nearly 200 points, dude. And Dawson Knox, 34.7 points again, has a massive game, dude. He's been lighting it up at tight end.
Yeah,
bro, it's crazy because he only gets like 3 catches and ends up with fucking 2 touchdowns, and you know what I mean, like or a long run and a touchdown. Like it's kind of fluky, but he's doing. He's putting up big scores like week after week. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a fluke or what, but like 3 receptions, like only 3 catches and being able to get 34 points. That's man. What can you say? Like that's a hell of a performance.
3 of 4 for 117 and 1, dude. That's crazy. Then Najee, a big game as well. Eckler, a big game. Rodgers, good game. Golden Dragons, another solid performance from him. I know that's another squad we weren't really too high on, but he's been performing as of late.
Yeah.
So Golden Dragons moves on to 3-2. Gulon Santo, like we said, first loss of the year. He's still 4-1. You're still atop the league in wins, Marlon. So let's head over and look at the standings now. Earth Division. The Chimps still lead the division, even though they've lost 2 straight. They're 3-2. They have 875 points scored. Dem Lions also 3-2, 870 points scored. Vino Papi at 1-4 is in third place, 922 points scored. And then the Fard Hounds in last place, because they stank, 1-4, 836 points scored. So this division's, Vino and I are both 1-4, but we're only a couple games back now, and this is a long season. So I'll say that. The Win Division, Muff Vipers surpasses over easy. She moves down 2 slots. The Muff Vipers is 4-1, 876 points scored. The Golden Dragons moving into second in that division, 3-2, 893 points scored. Over easy, like I said, third place, 3-2, 839 points scored, and Bad Hombres 1-4, 826 points scored. So this is a very competitive division as well. 3-2 teams. Muff Vipers 4-1. And Chris, you're still a little bit back. Hey, but you're only 3 games out of first place, bro.
Hey, bro. I mean, it can happen. I'm playing these motherfuckers 3 times at the end of the year, so I can, if I win those games, I'll make up some ground. Maybe, probably not.
just have to sweep the division, bro.
It's funny, right? Because like you, I'll say this after the fire division. So the fire division, Luan Santo 4-1, 878 points scored. Flint Tropics 3-2, 902 points scored. Gridiron Throne 2-3, 835 points scored, and then the Bangkok Lady Boys 2-3, 814, 12. So competitive, man. I guess all the divisions are. If some of the guys at the bottom can string together some wins, the guys on top start losing some games. I mean, it's a very convoluted playoff picture, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're only 5 games in, right? I mean, we still have, the majority of the season to go.
We're not halfway there yet.
We're not halfway there yet, but I mean, some of us are definitely in a hole. So we gotta, it's gonna start looking bleak here in the next 3 weeks if we don't string a couple of wins together. So yeah, man, it's getting into the nitty gritty for sure. You can kind of see the playoff picture starting to play out. But yeah, I mean, we've seen teams start 1-4 and get back into the playoffs. So it's happened in recent memory.
I was gonna say, man, it was just like it's like as soon as you're in like the out of division games, it's like you fingers crossed for everyone in your division to lose. Yeah. And I was actually fortunate that happened to me.
Yeah.
This week, everyone in my division lost except for me. So that always feels a little, feels good, right? Like I've had a shitty season thus far, but having all those guys lose and me finally get a victory, like I can smell a little hope,
Yeah, dude, I was so upset last week with my loss to the Dem Lions, and even if I had won that game, the division, I mean, the standings within the divisions would still be exactly the same as they are today. So hopefully that loss doesn't turn out to be more consequential than it is right now. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how things work.
So it's funny. We're talking about Jose Vino Papi, dude. He has the most points scored the entire year. He has 922.34 points scored. That's the most in the league. He's 1-4 right now.
Yeah. And he also has
1,009.46 points scored against him.
Yeah.
I just noticed that they give you an emoji to the person who has the highest points for and the highest points against, and he has both of them. He has a smiley face with tears, like crying, laughing, and then the shit emoji right next to his points against.
Hey,
he's got both titles.
What did Jose think PA stood for last week?
He's both the no talent pussy and the big cock in the block all at the same time.
What did Jose think?
Damn time.
What did he think that PA stood for last week?
I think it was like
points attempted or something.
Yeah, some crazy thing.
Points attempted.
Jose would say. Anyhow, let's go over to Chris's corn.
Oh, let's do it. So who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy this week? It's unless you're from fucking Houston, you might not know who this guy is. Chris Moore, a wide receiver apparently for the Houston Texans. 5 catches, 109 yards, 1 touchdown, 34.9 points. Now this Chris Moore guy, if you've never heard of him, I mean, he's not a rookie. He's been in the league for about 6 years, and this is his 5th touchdown of his career. So Chris Moore, who the fuck is that guy? The Squanderer.
It's a good one.
It was kind of hard. It was kind of hard to pick a Squanderer. It was hard to pick a Squanderer this week because, it's been a lot of blowouts and nobody really, screwed up too much with their decision making, but only one of us squandered a perfect season. And that's our very own Marlon. So Culon Santo, you are the squanderer this week.
Yeah,
just because you took your first L of the season. So
yeah,
man, you could have gone perfect. I don't think we've never had a perfect season, right? I mean, it's going to happen eventually. Someone will have a perfect season.
If anyone could have done it,
it's not impossible.
That 1 year.
Yeah,
that 1 year Dan Lyons was like putting up close to 300 points and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
that would have been the year, man.
I don't even know.
Bro, if somebody goes perfect, we should name the trophy after him, bro. It's gonna be it's like the Lombardi. It'll be the Coulon trophy or something. If somebody goes, we'll figure something out. But we gotta do something special if somebody goes undefeated, man.
Yeah,
this is the Linas trophy.
Marlon, take another drag, bro. You look like a smoking Jay Cutler over here.
I'm not there.
Jeez. I think it's impossible, man. Like it's nearly impossible to go undefeated.
Yeah, especially the way our league is structured.
Because like you'll have a stinker of a game, Chris. Like you did this week, you put up 120 points.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Happens to everybody at least once, in the year.
The bonuses, I will say, the variance in the bonuses make it very difficult for someone to go to undefeated because you got to avoid a lot of bonuses and shit. You know what I mean? Those bonuses are what makes it harder to win, definitely.
Yeah.
So the bed shitters this week. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I mean, almost anyone can have a game good enough to earn a bonus. Like sometimes, somebody you wouldn't expect gets that fucking bonus.
Right. Exactly.
So
right.
It's just it's too variable.
The bed shitters this week. We're gonna start with one of my guys, Marvin Jones, only getting 3.5 points. Next is Chase Edmonds from Mike's squad, only getting 3.4 points, right? Mike, Chase Edmonds is on your team, right?
Yeah, I tell you, man, like he was either on my bench or like in one of my flex positions all season, putting up like, 15, 20 points. And then I move him into my starting running back position and he shits the bed.
Crazy, bro. Yeah, he can't handle the pressure, dude. He can't handle it.
Too much.
And then Zach Ertz, too much pressure on him. But Zach Ertz for Marlon, one of the reasons why you're no longer undefeated. Zach Ertz only getting you 1.7 points. Last minute sub in for your boy George Kittle going down.
Yeah.
And it's tough. 1.7 points is tough. Bodacito. And the no talent pussy of the week. I'm pretty sure Gruden called Goodell a no talent pussy in one of those emails. I'm pretty sure I saw that in there.
Something like that.
Something like that. Called him a football hating pussy.
Yeah. Football hating.
He's a fan of the pod.
Which is the same thing.
You got it from
Which is the same thing.
It's the same thing. So the football hating pussy of the week is me, the bad hombres, only putting up 125.9 points.
Yeah.
Shame on me for that. I mean, hey, if I was gonna pick a week to do it, though, I mean, man, damn, what a week! What a week to do it. Everybody else scored 160 points and above. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
The bed shitter could have scored 1hammer this week. You know what I mean? Like,
she would have gotten blown out by anybody.
It was a rough week
this week.
Anybody would have given it to me, dude, for real. So let's pour them out. We'll start with the most consequential, I believe, and that is Russell Wilson going down at least 4 to 8 weeks with what appears to be a broken finger. I'm no doctor, but that motherfucker was sideways, so I don't think it was supposed to bend that way. 4 to 8 weeks, he will be out. And so we'll see what happens to Metcalf and Lockett and that entire offense, Chris Carson. It'll be interesting going forward. But yeah, that's probably the most consequential injury of the season so far, I'd say. And then the next pour him out is going to be for Saquon, who I believe it's just. I mean, I think it's just like an ankle sprain, but it's going to be. I heard. For. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I would say we could be pouring it out for his career, bro.
Don't say that because it's only 4 weeks, so let's not jump to conclusions. Sprain. But damn, he does get.
He gets hurt a lot, but it's a low ankle sprain. He'll be
back. He'll be back.
He's probably
those are the only ones we're gonna pour him out for this one.
This ain't the one that's out. That ruins his career. But I mean, that one may be around the corner. You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never know. I mean, yeah, that boy doesn't stay healthy. And the big cuck on the block, I mean, talk about Talk about fucking putting it in our faces, bro. We've been shitting on this guy for a couple of weeks in a row. I wasn't here last week, but I'm sure y'all shit on him. The Bangkok Lady Boys putting up the biggest score of the season so far, 250.49 points.
Yeah.
My God, 250 points. The Bangkok Lady Boys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a score that's hard to beat. But he is the big cock on the block.
Yeah.
He actually
And well deserved. He
Golden Dragon still has the highest score last week, man. 250.8.
Oh shit.
Oh really?
Yeah,
250.8. There we go.
Yeah, that's still massive freaking score, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy.
How the fuck did those guys do that?
Hey, Bangkok doubled his point total of the season with that game.
Good on him. Good on him.
Good on him. All right,
That's it.
Let's have
the next week's games.
The week 6 matchups and our predictions. The first one we're looking at here is the Flint Tropics, 3-2 versus the Golden Dragons, also 3-2. Two teams that are getting hot right now. What do you guys got?
Yeah, man. A couple weeks ago, Flint got that huge win. I thought it was it could potentially be somewhat of a fluke, and then he almost repeats that performance last week. So I think he is rolling right now, and I'm gonna pick the Dragons this week.
Ooh, the Dragons. That's a I'm looking at his squad and he's got an empty spot, so I'm interested to see who he puts in his starting lineup.
He doesn't have
that might swing things a little bit.
It could, but he doesn't have like an obvious person to put in that spot. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes some inquiries regarding available talent.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Flint Tropics.
Yeah, man.
He didn't have a defense, but he has another defense on the bench. Yeah, he has the Patriots defense on the bench, but they're playing Dallas, so I don't know what he's gonna do there.
Ooh. Man, this is gonna be a close one.
It looks pretty evenly matched, dude.
Yeah,
it really does.
It really does.
So you took the Golden Dragon. I'm gonna go with the Golden Dragons as well, dude. I just feel like he's gonna get this. I mean, it's gonna be super close. It could go either way, but I'm just gonna go Golden Dragons.
Man.
I'm gonna go.
The reason is
go ahead, Marlon.
Austin Eckler's gonna have a big game against Baltimore. That's what's gonna set him up.
Austin Eckler is the poor man's Christian McCaffrey, man. He gets a shit ton of receptions and some rushing yards, but yeah, that guy PPR monster for sure. Who are you going with, Marlon?
I'm going with Flint Tropics, man.
Ooh,
just because he's carrying my boy Dak Prescott, bro.
I started.
And Chris,
dude, you know what, man? What I said about Austin Eckler, I mean, I do like Austin Eckler as a running back. I think he's great, but God, it's hard to pick against Derrick Henry, man. The season that he's having.
He's like a legit MVP candidate, dude. That's insane.
He is. And then the fact that he's got Zeke on his squad as well, who has come alive again this season, who's been, the Zeke of old this season. The Cowboys are running the ball a lot better than they have in recent years. So with those two guys, and if they have the types of games that they can put together, and the fact that AJ Brown on the other side is still a little banged up for the Golden Dragons, I'm gonna go with the Tropics, man.
All right,
go with the Tropics.
We split that one.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, the Flint Tropics have the least PPR friendly team in the league, I think.
But that's hilarious! Wow.
But man, they're getting it done, dude.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at his squad again, and it's like, yeah, I mean, in standard he'd be a beast, but yeah, PPR wise, how is he doing it? He's 3-2. I mean,
he's getting them bonuses on the ground, dude, which is great. They all count the same, right? Them bonuses.
That's it.
The next matchup we're looking at is Gridiron Throne 2-3 versus the Chimps, who are 3-2. Gridiron Throne picking up a little steam. The Chimps have lost 2 straight. Mike.
I'm not feeling like 100% about winning this game. I'm picking myself anyway. Like my biggest concern right now is Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if what he's going through right now is like a long-term trend for the season, or if he's just going to bounce back at some point. Not just Patrick Mahomes, but the Chiefs in general. And I would be terrified if he has a bounce back game this week. That said, I do have Josh Allen going up against Tennessee. I don't really love that matchup, but he still has the potential to put up some points. So I don't know.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Chimps on this one, man. Even though I want you to win, I think unfortunately Mahomes does get that bounce back game against the Redskins. And another thing is,
whoa! You can't say Redskins anymore, bro.
My bad. The Washington football team. His matchup, he has DeAndre Swift against Cincinnati. And another one is Scary Terry. He's going to be targeted a lot against Kansas City. So therefore, I think the Chimps win it.
That's good reasoning.
Main reason is Patrick Mahomes, though. I think he's going to have like a big game.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm hoping against hope here.
Such a bad performance. It's a great defense nonetheless, right? The Bills had a great defense, but like Mahomes is going to. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think he's ever had like two terrible games in a row. But anything's possible.
Marlon?
I'd be scared of Patrick Mahomes, dude, against Washington.
All right.
All that being said, I'm gonna root for you though, bro. Like I really want you to win.
Okay. You're rooting for me, but are you picking me?
I'm rooting for you too.
If I was betting, I'd pick the Chimps. Sorry,
I'm rooting for you too. I need the Chimps to lose a third straight, and then if I can get that victory, then I'm only
one game back,
dude.
Yeah.
And then I have the turntables, man.
Have the table. I think we have Chris on freeze right now, so we might have to get back to
on freeze free.
Chris is opting to abstain from this selection.
We'll get you on the record though.
Yeah. The next matchup we're looking at is Dem Lions 3-2 versus the Muff Vipers, who is also 4-1, up there with Gulon Santo. What do you guys see in this one?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the Vipers. Justin Herbert has been having himself a season, and I think that could be a big factor there. Let's see. Looking at the rest of the roster, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is a highlight there. And who else do we got here? I don't know. I think this could be a really close game, but I'm gonna go with the Vipers.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Vipers as well. Dem Lions has Wentz against Houston. I know it's against Houston, but Wentz, I don't know, man. Darrell Henderson's okay. Cooper Kupp against the Giants could be a big one there.
Yeah.
For him. But I just like Muff Vipers matchups. I think Herbert's going up against Baltimore in Baltimore, but I feel like that could be a high scoring affair. And
the Colts went up against Baltimore in Baltimore last week, and they put up points. So
that's very true. Oh, computer's about to die. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and choose the Vipers as well.
All right, who you got, Marlon?
I'm gonna go against the grain here, bro, and I'm gonna pick Dem Lions, bro.
All right.
I know that Wentz is a coin toss whether he's gonna have a good game against Houston or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the next three guys are the ones I'd be concerned with, and I don't know that Leonard Fournette would be a huge impact against Philadelphia. and
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett. I mean, with Russell Wilson out, I don't know. I've never seen their backup guy play.
Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really catch their
He
games.
could be good. I mean, he played pretty well on Sunday.
I think they're gonna have to throw the ball. So he's probably gonna get some targets. So there's that. Chris.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Dem Lions, dude. It's kind of wild that he's starting Wentz because Carson Wentz hasn't been that great this season, but he does have a favorable matchup against Houston. But kind of like what Marlon was alluding to, I mean, Cooper Kupp, Mike Williams, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Adam Thielen, like those guys, that sounds better than Laviska Shenault, Jared Cook, Tyler Lockett with a Russell Wilson with a broken finger, Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Herbert playing Baltimore, maybe that'll, I don't know, the Baltimore defense isn't as great as it has been in the past, but I think it's, that's a tougher matchup than Houston. I think if Wentz can keep it close, Dem Lions is going to win it running away, I think. So
yeah,
I'm going to go with Dem Lions.
Yeah. Hey, and
I'd rather have Laviska Shenault over Thielen this week, though.
I don't know, man.
Miami. Thielen's been putting up some stinkers as of late.
He has, but I mean, Laviska Shenault, I mean, I don't know, man. What's his target? Yeah, well, he's getting some targets. He's getting some targets. The targets
they might cancel each other out. DJ Chark's hurt for Jacksonville, so who they gonna?
Hey,
yeah, that's true.
Hey, Chris, we got to get you on the record for the gridiron throwing against the Chimps.
Dude, I'm gonna go. Mike, I've gone against you in the past, and it's burned me, bro. So I'm gonna go with the gridiron throne. I'm gonna go with the gridiron throne this week, man.
I
believe in you.
Hey, I'll take it, bro.
That's 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50. I'll take it, bro. I'll take it.
And then I think Dem Lions versus the Mutt Vipers is 50-50 as well. I think these have all been split decisions.
Yeah, I would say no brooms have come out this week yet.
No. The next matchup, the Fart Hounds 1-4 versus the Bangkok Ladyboys 2-3. This is my matchup. I'm riding high after a win.
But you're going up against a juggernaut right now.
Going up against one of the scariest teams in the league. Nobody wants to play this guy right now. But I think I'm going to win.
He hasn't been starting Joe Burrow this whole time, has he?
He's the entire season. No, he's played in the entire season, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's wild.
I remember calling him Joe Woodle after week 1 is why.
Yeah.
He's been playing him the entire season. The only thing I'm worried about is Metcalf, maybe. Geno Smith throwing him the ball. But we got Kelsey going up against that Washington D, so hopefully they can have a bounce back as an offense. Like we're talking about Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson against the Chargers. Man, if Lamar can put up half the points he did last week, cool. And then I get Mixon back against Detroit, so that's a good one for me.
Yeah.
I think he has a little bit rougher matchups in my opinion, but he has Antonio Gibson who can do something against KC perhaps.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with you this week, Tom, as well. Only potential wild cards I see are we don't know what the Seahawks are gonna look like without Russell Wilson, of course, and then you still have Robinson on your roster. You might end up making a change there, but I don't know. With the season he's had so far, like it's not really. I don't know. There's
not really. I think I talked a little bit earlier what I could. But we'll see, man. Right now, I'm leaving him there for now. I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna go with the Hounds this week. I know. I just think the Lamar Jackson's he's such a fucking point getter, man. If like you said, if he can just get you half the points he got you last week, you're gonna be
sitting
in the money. Yeah. Then I'm Antonio Brown, he's boom or bust, man, and he fucking boomed last week. I don't know, man. I think he's gonna bust. I think he's gonna bust this week. I don't see more than
You're talking about football, right?
Points. Yeah. I mean, one way or the other. And then Marquise Brown has been a little more consistent for sure. He's been solid this year. So I can see him having a good game against the Chargers. That defense is good, but it's not that good. The Chargers defense isn't that great. It's about I mean, it's better than average, but it's nothing to shy away from. So I think he can, if he can just continue to catch the fucking ball, he'll have a decent game. But
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson is the number one guy in Minnesota. Metcalf, like you said, Tom, Gino was looking his way when he came in, was kind of like forcing him the ball. So
if you're gonna force one receiver the ball, it's probably gonna be fucking DK Metcalf.
And as much as I fucking hate Joe Mixon, he's having a pretty good year. He's having a decent year. I know he's been a little banged up, but Mixon burned me a couple of years back. So he's one of those players that I just never draft just because I'm like, of course, I dropped him in fucking week 13 and them Lions picked him up and he fucking put up 30 points for him that week. Like, like that shit happened like 2 years ago and I never forgot it. I was like, nah, fuck Joe Mixon. I'm never going to draft that motherfucker again.
I'll tell you what, Mixon for life.
I'll tell you what, man, Melvin Gordon didn't practice today. It's Wednesday. If he doesn't practice, if he's hurt, man, I'm gonna take my boy out of the taxi squad, Javonte, and I might put in
start him over who?
Over Allen Robinson.
Ooh.
I know Tim Patrick isn't projected to score very many points, man, but he's been consistent.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, he's had one game where he scored like 6.9 points, but other than that, he's been 13, 12, 14, 15, 16. That's okay for me in my flex, man. I got guys who can boom on me. Yeah. I'm not expecting the fat flex position to boom on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you go safe with the flex and like you said, like let your other guys boom and I think you're gonna take it. I mean, I respect the Lady Boys. I'm not sliding the Lady Boys.
Hey, they're gonna put up a decent score, lose, man. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him or bury. I mean, he can very well beat me. We've seen the kind of points he can put up.
Yeah.
Right.
Who you got this week, Marlon?
I'm gonna have to have Tom's back.
All right. So the brooms came out this week.
Broom came out.
Every time that we've ever had a broom come out for me, like against my opponent, I lose.
Well,
that trend changed.
We gotta break the streak. All
right. Next up is Over Easy 3-2 versus Gulo and Santo 4-1.
Ooh, what a matchup! Wow. What a matchup!
Well, I'm a bit nervous on this one.
Yeah, but if only Russell Wilson was healthy,
Hey man, he's got Geno Smith in there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say she picked up Matt Ryan, but he's not playing.
He's not playing.
He's on bye this week. And then I think I looked at some of the quarterbacks that are available, and I mean, it's not looking good.
If only Deshaun Watson was going up against Indy this week, right?
Right. Yeah.
That'd be very nice.
Marlon, you have to fill one of your flex spots. I don't know if you're leaning a certain way or not.
At this point, I mean, I'm still kind of. I'm reluctant to put Julio Jones in there just because Buffalo is Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But he practiced though, right? He came back to practice. So
yeah, he came back to practice. But even if he's healthy, man, it just makes me nervous to put because he hasn't been too consistent this season.
Yeah.
And I really don't have many options in the flex. I mean, the only real option I have is I picked up Chris Moore.
If you start Chris Moore over Julio fucking Jones, I just stashed him.
But Julio, I don't think Julio's gonna have a big game, dude. He's coming back from an injury. I don't know that he's gonna be like with the Rockets on. I just don't know. It makes me nervous. He's only gotten one game this year he scored like 20 some points. And everything else is barely scratching double digits.
I'm gonna go with Marlon, dude. I don't often pick against Over Easy, but
hey, why are you whispering, man?
Yeah, he leans into the microphone.
Yeah, that's my opinion about Smith.
So hold up a piece of paper.
I was like, don't do Geno Smith. She refused. She did not heed my feedback. So I just feel like Geno. I don't know if you can trust that guy.
Yeah, dude. Because if it could get
hard for you.
I know. I don't know how it happened. I was meaning to do it somebody else.
You want to put your face in here?
No,
Yeah.
She's like,
it's an accident.
okay, all right. So apparently it's an accident. Gino's
okay. Okay, I was gonna say because it could get ugly with Gino, but I mean,
I'm aware.
I mean, there are quarterbacks on the wire right now. You can
I
pick up.
understand that. I'm in to get another one. This fetus is sucking.
Bueno, pero no te enojes, no te enojes. I'm nervous because I mean, Chubb's in there in the mix, and so's Tyreek Hill against Washington particularly, and it makes me nervous, man, because both of those guys can go up, and I don't see any of my guys blowing up this week. You know what I mean?
It's interesting that you have Kareem Hunt and she has Nick Chubb. You know that's gonna be nerve-wracking watching the Browns game
for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely give the edge.
The old Kareem Chubb.
Kareem
Chubb.
Yeah.
And Squirts is probably going to squirt.
If you're looking at her roster, she has just taken Geno Smith off. Like I just saw him disappear from the screen.
Yeah, she made a roster move. She's made a roster move in the middle of the pod here.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Wait a minute, we might have to change.
Teddy Bridgewater.
We'll scroll at the bottom.
Steady Teddy.
Now I'm real nervous.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. All that being said, I'm gonna take myself because if I don't root for myself, no one will.
You got Tom rooting for you this week, bro.
But now she's got Bridgewater.
Yeah,
there's water under that bridge.
It's gonna be interesting. What right now she's got Chubba Hubba. Oh, it just changed. She's got Cole Beasley in there. Holy shit. Okay. Damn. She's making moves while we're talking about it.
I
was looking at Chubba Hubbard and she fucking changed him to Cole Beasley. That's a better pick there because Chubba Hubbard, I mean, McCaffrey might come back. He might come back. He's going to be a game time decision. I say if he's out, obviously start Hubbard, but if she's pivoting to Cole Beasley at the moment, I think that's, going to give her a better shot if McCaffrey actually starts. I like Teddy Bridgewater over Geno. Man, I'm just looking at your squad, Coulon, and I think Kyler's gonna have a good game against Cleveland, man. I know they're a good team, but I think he's gonna have a bounce back game against Cleveland. But I am worried about some of your other guys. Amari Cooper hasn't really been doing that hot this year. Zach Ertz, is he going to stay in there? I mean, how long is
I don't know how long Kittle's going to be. He's supposed to be back early November.
Da la verga. Pues ya valió verga.
Yeah, he's probably going to squirt all over me.
With the recent, before these changes, I was leading
developments.
But with these recent developments, I'm gonna have to go with over easy, man. I'm gonna have to go with over easy. I think she's gonna squeak it out this week.
Yeah, I was leaning that way too, Chris. I think I'm gonna go with over easy this week.
I'll stick with you, bro. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Haley's giving me a death stare, but I can't take it back.
I can't take it back. I already said it.
We're split.
Yeah, it's interesting that I've got Sanders.
I'll give you.
She's got Beasley. I've got Hunt. She's got Chubb.
Yeah.
Kareem Chubb. All right, that one's a split. The last matchup we're looking at is the Bad Hombres, 1-4. Also 1-4. Poppy, Chris.
Let me just start by saying this: the Bad Hombres. The name isn't as cool when the hombres are actually bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's too on the nose. That being said, though, I look at my squad. I don't hate my squad. I think my squad's pretty good. I've got it, but it's young. It's dynasty, so I did decide to go a little younger. But I don't know, man. I just. It's tough, man. It really is. I want to go with myself this week, and I want to be positive. But when you've got Tom Brady, I know he's a little banged up, but you got Tom Brady going up against Philly on Thursday. I think Tom Brady's gonna have a big game, dude. I hope he does it, but I think he's gonna have a big game. And Dalvin Cook coming back he's got a tough matchup against Carolina, who's got a decent defense. But Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook, dude. And I know we're both 1-4. He's outscored me throughout the season. I mean, I know I'm not going to say it's fluky, but Tom Brady got him 70 points, and then he had an IDP scored him 60 points. That's a lot of fucking points. So I think he's definitely got the upper hand as far as going off for huge numbers. So I'm gonna have to go with Vino, man. I'm gonna have to go with Vino getting the dub over me this week.
Yeah, I'm going with actually I'm going with you, Chris. I'm picking the bad hombres this week. I don't really love like Tom Brady on a short week. And sorry, I was letting Tom back in.
Oh no, it's all good. But let me try to change your mind here. Christian McCaffrey might not play. So
okay.
But
you've been
don't go choosing me.
You've been getting by.
Sorry guys, my laptop died. I didn't plug it in right.
No, you're good, bro.
You haven't missed much, man.
Yeah, you haven't missed much. But I will say, damn, Chris, you are stacking up fucking running backs on your bench, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to.
2, 3, 4, 5 fucking running backs on your bench. Damn.
I do, bro. I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get it right, but it's been going not right. So
yeah, it's been going left.
Yeah, it's been going left for sure.
Yeah, so I can't look at the sleeper app anymore because I usually look at it on my phone, and my phone's on here right now. I'm going to go with Chris because unlike you, Chris, I don't feel like Dalvin Cook is the same Dalvin Cook anymore. He's been pretty banged up. He's only had like one decent game all year. I think he's still banged up. I don't feel like Dalvin Cook's like the 35-plus point back anymore.
Yeah.
And I might be wrong, but I don't feel like he's that guy anymore. I think, as we all know, running backs have a shelf life, and it's a very short one. And unfortunately, I don't think Dalvin Cook's going to reach those heights anymore. And I think, you're going to reap the benefits of that this week, Chris. I'm going back.
I hope so, bro.
Yeah. Marlon, who you got, bro?
Chris, I got your back, Chris. I think I'm looking at your squad, and I'll put a little disclaimer that my opinion lives or dies on whether Christian McCaffrey plays or not. But I got your back.
That's
bro.
fair. That's fair.
So I think I don't think Tom Brady's gonna have a huge game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I don't see that on a short week.
And plus his throwing hand, his thumb and his throwing hand is injured. So I don't know that he's gonna go out for monster games like last week. Huh?
Tharm Brady?
Yeah, Tharm Brady. Tharm Brady.
Thom Brady.
Thom.
Right.
Tom with a TH.
So yeah, so
I'm the only one not picking myself then. All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the love, fellas. I hope I don't let y'all down.
Yeah.
And if you do, you're dead to me.
Down, man. To stay down. You know what I mean?
Man, I think we only had one sweep this week, which is pretty rare.
And it was mine, fuckers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The kiss of death, dude.
Shit.
All right, that's it. That was this episode. Covered week 5, going into week 6. Good luck. Good luck to everybody else, and we'll catch you next week.
All right, later, boys.